All right, welcome to Winging It. We are playing Arkham Horror the card game. This is Expert, the Devourer below. This is my second attempt, or my second campaign that I've run with these two, with these same decks, although different weaknesses. I read you the weaknesses for these decks. The last time, this did not go very well. I'm sure this is too painful to watch, was one of the comments I got on YouTube, so thanks for that. Hopefully this will not be as painful to watch, or maybe it will be, because some people do like that kind of thing. I am set up way better this time than I was last time due to not having doomed out in the Midnight Masks, having 7 XP to spend, and getting 4 of the 6 cultists, which means I only have 1 doom, as opposed to having 3 doom. I do think this is going to come down to, I think Amanda probably can go fast. I can probably get her set up. The question is, can we manage the enemies? If we can manage the enemies, then I think we have a shot at this. Amanda's deck, I think, is really strong, and of course, the whole. I say, of course, my whole strategy here was to make Amanda just shine while Diana tries to keep the heat off of her. So that will be my plan. Here. So one thing to be careful of is Amanda doesn't mind the location that requires an intellect check to leave, but that would be catastrophic for Diana. So I don't necessarily want Diana to be exploring Arkham Woods. I really need for her to wait and let Amanda open up locations until we've seen that one. So. All right, I'm going to go up and draw up opening hands and get started. And chat, please let me know. I've had some audio issues getting started in the beginning, and if we're having those, please do let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and draw up opening hands. We are definitely looking for Wither 2. We need that in Diana. It's very, very critical for us to have enemy management. Amanda can do enemy management, but we need her to focus on getting clues quickly. Obviously, a Sixth Sense would be really good, and cancels. So that's what we're looking for, Diana. So drawing up her opening hand, we get Dynamite Blast, I've Had Worse, Dark Prophecy, Fool Me Once, and Olive McBride. Okay, wow. Wow, okay. Olive McBride is nice because of the soak. I mean, Dark Prophecy is good, but also, I mean, if you fail, if we look at the actual scenario card here, if we pull a skull and -3, if you fail this after the skill test, search for the encounter deck and discard pile for a monster enemy and draw it. That could be really, really bad. Or the cultist play -4, place 2 doom on the nearest enemy. Yeah, all of those things could kind of be really bad. So I don't know that we want to just tempt fate by playing Dark Prophecy until we're really ahead of the game. Dynamite Blast, we're definitely replacing. Fool Me Once. Oh man, that's good to have at the beginning, but I really think we need to go for the spell. So I've Had Worse. It's definitely an economy card, a cancel card, can boost her up. So we'll go ahead and keep that. So we're drawing 3 new cards. All right, so we get Scroll of Prophecies, a good card for actually finding our spells. Okay, a Terrible Secret, which we replace with her. Okay, well, hallelujah. Okay, we're in, and another I've Had Worse. So we're kind of tanky, ready to go. And we could even get Scroll of Prophecies out to help Amanda draw and get herself set up. So that is a really good hand. I'm really, really happy about that. All right. Very, very happy. All right, let's draw these. Which means it can only go worse, right? I get a really bad hand for Amanda, or I just get, swamped by enemies like I did last time. Okay, so I have these 2 Arcane Researches. We can take them off the board. We've got our 2 trauma there that we remembered. All right, so Diana's okay. Let's see what we get for Amanda. All right, Promise of Power. Let's get some. Oh, okay, our upgraded Magnifying Glass, a Vicious Blow, a Perception, and a Lab Assistant. Okay, we definitely want the Lab Assistant. We definitely want the Perception. We definitely want the Mag Glass. So the issue with the Vicious Blow is that if we draw an enemy right off, well, We know that Diana can probably tank it, handle it. So we do want the Dream Enhancing Serum. So I guess we'll throw away the Vicious Blow. I'm a little bit nervous about that because I do want a way to fight and the Promise of Power. But getting a Dream Enhancing Serum or a Totem would be huge. So we're going to try 2 more cards and see. All right, we get Unexpected Courage. Great for our setup turn. And a Eureka. Okay. And Eureka, of course, can help us get the cards we're looking for. So it's pretty decent. Now, Diana may want to just scroll of prophecies, Amanda, to try and get some good cards. She could scroll of prophecies, then play Wither, take a resource. Well, yeah, if we don't use the scroll of prophecies, that would be bad. And the problem with not having 1 resource is that we wouldn't have enough to play Dark Insight, and we definitely want to have enough resources to play Dark Insight. So I think we play Wither and Olive and take a resource, and then next turn we can play Scroll of Prophecies. So I think that's our plan. All right. Just remembered I did want to actually record this, so I'm getting an upside down record message here. Apologies for that. All right, beginning of the round. Well, actually, I guess before we do that, we'll go ahead and just read the scenario cards while we're at it. So we have the Arkham Woods here. We got 1 Doom on it because we did miss 2 of the cultists. And it's just a 4 Doom threshold, and there's some flavor text that I'm not going to read right now because I'm excited to get to the game. All right, and then we get Investigating the Trail, which is some more flavor text, and we've got 6, we got to get 6 clues. So we'll see how that goes. All right, drawing up our card for Amanda, we get a shortcut. All right, well, I think we want to put the Unexpected Courage under her. Then we play Lab Assistant, and then we start exploring. I think that makes sense. So we'll put the Unexpected Courage under her. Or I'll put it over her for the sake of this understanding what's going on in the stream. Okay, so action 1, she will spend 2 of her resources to play the Lab Assistant, which will draw her 2 cards, which are Promise of Power and the Dream Enhancing Serum. All right, well, it may not be the ideal order, but we'll go ahead and spend the 3, 1, 2, 3, for the Dream Enhancing Serum. I'm going to go ahead and play the Magnifying Glass fast. I don't remember if there's anything that discards cards from hand, but I really want to make sure I have that out. Okay, and then for our last action, we're going... Do we move? Do we move? I think we do. The issue with moving is it doesn't let Amanda protect us, but I think we want to start seeing what's out there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll move to this Arkham path and this Arkham Woods here. Oh, we're on the main path, which I didn't show, but we can go ahead and do that. So it's just a 2 shroud, 0 clue, and it's connected to each other woods location, and it has an option to resign, which, spoiler, kills you. So, all right, we're taking our last action to move to the Arkham Woods, and we get, well, okay. So, oh, this is interesting. My overlay is not entirely helpful here, but I think it's this one. Yeah, Twisted Path. Okay, so this is the one. This is the one that I was worried about. So it's forced when you move out of this location, test 3 intellect. If you fail, cancel the effects of this move. So Diana does not want to go here. Although I think we won't have a problem getting out of there with Amanda. And if she puts Perception under her, it actually can be another test for her to draw cards. So ideally, next turn, we would be able to investigate, and then move out and get lots of draw from lots of lots of intellect checks. But we got to actually, of course, pass the intellect checks. So we'll see. All right. So she's at the Arkham Woods with 2 clues. All right. Diana will spend her 2 resources to play Olive McBride. She'll spend another 2 resources to play Wither. And then I'm going to take a resource because I do want to play Scroll of Prophecies. If I can get it out. So that's her 3rd action. All right, upkeep. Let's see how wild things get. Diana draws Fool Me Once. I shuffled that back in. Man, my shuffling. I'm actually just going to look. I'm going to peek at these top cards and make sure I actually did a reason. Yeah. Okay, well. Yeah, I did shuffle it back in. All right, well, the other cards are not the ones I got rid of. I'm glad I peeked, though, because I had 2 weaknesses coming up. Actually, I guess this would have been not a bad time to get her weakness, though. Well, she has nothing under her. All right, anyway. So the problem with Fool Me Once 2-handed is it's not reliably going to be a cancel for her, but it may be able to take like an Ancient Evils out of circulation, which would be pretty good. All right, Amanda gets Inquiring Mind, and then she gets a resource. All right, to Doom. Let's see how bad it can get. Diana gets the Goat Spawn. It is a hunter. Retaliate. When Goat Spawn is defeated, we can actually show this. So I guess this does tell us which of the encounter sets we got at random. So yeah, Hunter Retaliate. When Goat Spawn is defeated, each investigator at this location takes 2 horror. We would be attacking at a 3 versus 3, which is really not amazing. So we will go ahead and Dark Insight this so that we can deal with it at a later time. So spending 2 resources, we shuffle it back in and hope that Amanda does not get it. But we get to draw a card. We get Dynamite Blast, which is not helpful at all. Well, I mean, I guess it's a card in this scenario that you would like to see. And we get a resource. All right. And her willpower is now boosted up to 2. So she can weather at a 4. See if I can do a better shuffling job here. This Goat Spawn, we don't want to see it again. All right. Amanda will get a Ghoul Minion. Okay, so she's going to have to deal with this herself, unfortunately, because Diana doesn't want to go in there. It's a 2/2/2. It does a damage and a horror. All right. And then Amanda gets to draw a card at the beginning of the round. She gets another Laboratory Assistant. All right. So she's got to decide what she puts onto her. Ideally, we want to evade, investigate, and then move. So we could Eureka. Put Eureka under her. Which would have her evading at 3v2, and we could commit Promise of Power, and then we could investigate with the Perception. The problem with that is, yeah, I think I would rather go all in on the Perception under her, because I should be able to, if I pull off the evade, I should be able to get at least 3 intellect checks with the Perception. So we're going to put the Perception under her. All right. All right, so the first test is tough, though. because we are evading at 2v2. So we can do the Inquiring Mind, the Promise of Power, and the Eureka. But that leaves her very little for... yeah, I think maybe I do put the Eureka under her instead of the Perception. So I can get value out of all the tests. Okay. We haven't done anything different. This would be a 3 versus 2, but we could commit the Promise of Power. And if that fails, we could do the Inquiring Mind. Yeah. All right. So action 1, we're going to evade. We are at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to beat 2. And we do have to put a curse token in. Okay, it's a skull. So the skull is -3. If you fail, we'd have to go find a monster. But we did not fail. The skull minion is evaded. Good deal. All right, and we get the effect from Eureka. So you get to look at the top 3 cards and grab one. So 1, 2, 3. The deduction or one of the copies of 3 aces. Deduction, and we committed to this test? I think we don't. I think we're gonna do, well, yeah, let's do the deduction. We can commit it to this test along with the perception. I hate to not grab the 3 aces, but because that's a good target for Dream Enhancing Serum. All right. So action 2, we're going to investigate. I think we commit perception and deduction. So this gets us to what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 3. We're up by 5. I think we just commit the Inquiring Mind. We really want to succeed this. Is that going to leave us with any way to get out of here? Well, presumably we'll draw some good cards, right? So we're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're up by 7. All right, we get the Cultist. Well, this is a problem. This is a big problem. So the Cultist is -4, place 2 Doom on the nearest enemy. So this puts 2 Doom on the Ghoul Minion. And if we don't kill the Ghoul Minion, then we advance. So that would be gross. But either way, we get to do the Eureka. We get the 2 clues. Well, actually, we'll get the 2 clues. Well, we don't have a cracked case. But anyway, we'll, just as a matter of practice, we'll do the Eureka. So we get either Unrelenting, 3 aces, or 3 aces. We'll take one of the 3 aces. It's a good target for a Dream Enhancing Serum. I'm afraid if we can't do something about this Ghoul Minion, the Diana's going to have to come in and kill it, and that is not amazing. I mean, she really won't be able to miss. It's going to be painful. She would still only be going at... Alright. We get the 2 cards from Perception. We get a Promise of Power and a Dream Enhancing Serum. Alright. And we get the 2 clues. Alright. Oops, wrong. Wrong person gets the clues. Alright. Two, three. If only Diana had some money, she could chuck a dynamite blast at the ghoul to kill it. I mean, I guess we're only going 1 round early, but it would be painful. All right, we are going to engage the ghoul minion for our last action, and then she will shortcut out of the Arkham Woods. She will then, we have to pass this test. So we are at 2, 3 to beat 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we commit the lab assistant? I guess we do. 8. Beat 3. Alright. So we'll put a curse token in. I feel like this is an important test. I could be wrong. All right, we get, okay, the cultist is -4. Place 2 doom on the nearest enemy. So, well, that's 4 doom on the enemy. Ooh. Okay, but we did pass, right? Because we were at, we were up by enough. So we do get to Eureka. So we'll do the Eureka. Unexpected Courage, Perception, and 3 aces. We will grab the 3 aces. Although the Perception might be a better card, honestly, but that will let us Dream Enhancing Serum. Let's draw another card, and we really need to get, her hand is looking pretty meager right now. All right, and so she gets to draw a card, which is Unrelenting. Interesting. All right. All right, Diana could be withering at 1, 2, 3, 4 V2. That is not amazing, but she can take 3 shots at it. And she's going to be doing damage to Amanda. When and if she misses. But I don't want to engage. Don't want to engage. All right. So we will, Olive, the first one. This is almost certainly going to result. Oh, actually, let's see. Yeah, it's probably bad effects if we fail. We'll just take a shot with Amanda. Or with Diana. We're up by 2. All right. Elder Sign. Okay, I'll take it. All right, so that is 1 damage to the ghoul minion. All right. If we Olive, we can probably guarantee... Yeah. We can probably guarantee a death. Okay, so we will Olive. Well, not guarantee, but there's good odds. Okay. We're oliving, because it'll lower its health down to 1 if we pull a spooky token, and that ends the test. So 3 tokens. Get a -4, a cultist, and a -5. And the cultist will put 2 doom on this enemy, but it will lower its health down to 0, and it will kill it. And that finishes the test. I believe we do not have to pay the failure penalty for hitting Amanda. I'm 99% certain on that. If somebody knows differently, they can tell me. So that was her second action, and that was wild and crazy. And let's see where we're at. Do we take a resource so we can play Scroll of Prophecies? Or do we draw a card? I think we draw a card. We'll be able to play Scroll of Prophecies next turn. So last action, she'll draw a card, which is Terrible Secret. We'll just take 1 horror on Olive and call that a day. I mean, that's the time to draw that card for sure. All right. Amanda's probably going to need to get some cards because she's down to 4 cards in her hand. That's not good for Amanda. All right. We get a Drawn to the Flame. Okay. That's actually pretty good for Diana, given that we could just go grab 2 clues from a location. And we don't have to worry about the Arkham Woods because we already got it out. All right. And then Amanda gets another Eureka, which is probably what we'll put under her since we already know. All right, 2 resources for her. Okay, 3 doom, and we know that when this advances, we're going to get an enemy in the middle. So that's something to be wary of. All right, we really want something that would deal Diana damage here, or horror, so she can iPad worse. All right, she gets an Ancient Evils. Oh, man. Okay, so we are going to pull an enemy here. She will spend 1 resource to fool me once on the Ancient Evils. I think that's better value in the long run. But yeah, so this is going to advance. I mean, she could cancel. No, she doesn't have her blade out. Yeah, there's no way around it. All right, so we'll go look at the back of this one. So we just have the chanting. And shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and discard cards at the top until a monster enemy is discarded to spawn that enemy at the main path, then place 1 doom on that enemy. Okay, and then if we look at the ritual begins, we'll see that each enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade. So let's see what we get for enemies here. Hopefully not 1 too nasty. All right, dropping, we get Body Remains, Ghoul Minion. That is a monster, right? That's what it says. Monster enemies discard. Okay, so we will spawn this on Diana, I think. All right, and we place a doom on it. All right, it's probably something she can handle. All right, so that was her Ancient Evils. Okay, and then Amanda will get... Oh, no. Okay, this is really bad. This is the Restless Dark Young. The Relentless Dark Young, I guess. So it's a 4/5/2. At the end of the round, heal 2 damage from Relentless Dark Young. It's a victory point 1. We don't care. We don't care about victory points. We just want to evade this guy and get away. Oh, gross. Okay. All right. So let's see how we do. We draw an encounter card or draw a card for... Okay, we get a Vicious Blow. Okay. For Amanda. So we could put this under her, but do we have a way to actually do a lot of damage here? I don't think we do. So I think we just... I don't think we put that under her. I think we put the Eureka on her and just Diana just tanks all of this stuff so that she can go off and do investigating important stuff. I think we put the Eureka under her since it's not a target for Dream Enhancing Serum. All right. So, first action. Diana will engage the Restless Dark Young, which will give her an attack of opportunity from the Ghoul minion. She will play I've Had Worse, giving her 2 resources from the attack, and then she gets a card and a resource. So she gets a dodge. That's pretty good for what she's doing, and a resource. Now she can actually Dynamite Blast now. Interesting. But Dynamite Blast is something we want to save for later. Okay, second action. She is going to attack the Ghoul minion. She's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. V3. I always forget that +1 fight. So we're at 5v3. Which is not amazing, but it will be alright. I only have 1 horror on Olive, if I recall correctly. Alright, so 1v3. Or 5v3. Up by 2. Okay, we get an Elder thing. What is the Elder thing? I think it's just a -7 die, or fail. So, yes, it is -7. If there's an Ancient One enemy in play, reveal another token. So there's not. So interestingly enough, that does reduce the Ghoul minion's health by 1. So that's a pretty good deal. Alright, so now we can Olive. The problem with Olive is if we draw a cultist, it's going to be bad. But anyway, we'll no, because we can place the Doom on the Ghoul minion. Yeah. Alright. So we're using Olive. We're at 5v2. We're rolling 3 tokens and picking 2. We get the auto fail, the -4, and the -5. Does the auto fail work with her? It does not. So we just fail. All right, no big deal. We'll be all right. I'm pretty sure. All right, so Amanda is just going to get out of here, and we hope to scroll of prophecy her, but we're not going to. So she's going to look and see what other woods locations there are. So action 1, she's going to move here, and we get, of course, we get the no clue one. Which is just 1 shroud, 0 clues, heal 1 damage or heal 1 horror, limit once per turn. So that was a waste of time. So then she'll move back. And I almost want to say, rather than going to another location right now, no, we'll go to another location because she could put something good under her and get lots of good effects, I think. So last action. I mean, there's an argument for staying here, drawing a card, and maybe helping Diana kill the Restless Dark Young next turn. Do we want to take that much time, though? No, let's just go see what we can see. So last action, she'll move up to this Arkham Woods. All right, and this... I'm not sure I'm not seeing the image. Is this in it? Yeah. All right. So this location is investigated using combat instead of skill indicated by the investigation attempt. There are 2 clues here. So that's actually, this is a good target for Drawn to the Flame because neither of them are going to be doing very good investigating with combat, which does mean that I think we need to go back and help Diana so we can Drawn to the Flame on there. All right. So it is time for upkeep. Diana, let's see. Will probably she's gonna take I think she will iPad worse on the Restless Dark Young, the damage and the horror. So I'll end up taking 2 damage and 1 horror between the 2 of them. But she'll draw a card and get a resource. She'll get Obsessive. That's actually pretty terrible, I'm honest. And 1, 2, 3 resources. That's super unfortunate because she has no real way of clearing that. All right. I think this is happening again where life is just getting bad for me. All right, upkeep. We'll get Ward of Protection level 2. And a resource. Oh, I didn't give her I did not give her, she had to take, we said we canceled damage and horror, so she takes 2 damage and horror, right? So she'll take 2 damage, and we'll put a horror on Olive. All right. Yeah. All right. We are at, right now, 2 of 5 Doom. And Diana will draw. She gets Dissonant Voices. Okay. How bad is that? How bad is that? Yeah, we wanted to be able to dodge. So yeah. We have not played a cancel this round. So yeah, we'll spend 1 resource. Take a horror, play Ward of Protection. We'll cancel that. We get a card and a resource. We get Holy Rosary. And a resource. Okay. But that now gets her up to reasonable fighting. She's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6, 7. So that's pretty good. All right. And now Amanda will draw, and she gets Ancient Evils. I think we fool me once on this, even though we're not going to get the buff, because we just want to stop an Ancient Evils. But I mean, she's already got 4 cards under her, and we're going to get another one here soon, so that's fine. We don't get to put it under her, but we did fool me once on the Ancient Evils, and we prevent Ancient Evils from happening. All right, and then at the end of the round, famous last words are the last yeah, anywhere in Arkham. All right, we get an Occult Lexicon for what was I showing up on the screen? Sorry, I'm not managing the screen well. Okay, so what do we put under her now? Wow. Let's see. I want to put out the Dream Enhancing Serum. I'm tempted to put the Occult Lexicon under her. I think we can draw it out again. So, okay, we're going to put the Occult Lexicon under her. We'll take an action to move, and then 2 actions to just clear the obsessives, so we can keep our Dynamite Blast, which is something that we need. All right, so it's really important that we kill this ghoul minion. Action 1. But we're really high on the killing the ghoul minion. 1, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 B2. It's a -2. Let's try to put it out there. I need to get better about my locations of these things. So that is a damage onto the ghoul minion. Take another shot at the ghoul minion. 72. That is a tablet. All right, which is -5, so we succeed, but if there's a monster, enemy, or location, you take 1 damage from horror, which she does. So she has to take a damage in horror, which is getting a little bit rough. A little bit rough. But at least we stopped the ghoul minion. All right. She has one last action, but there's no point in doing anything with this last action, given that this Relentless Dark Young is just going to heal the damage. So she's going to pass, and then during the enemy phase, it will attack her. She will spend 1 resource to play dodge, which will go under her. So now she's fully powered up. She'll get a card and resource. She gets Uncage the Soul and a resource. All right. Upkeep. We get Deny Existence. And a resource. And Amanda will get an Inquiring Mind. And a resource. All right. You know, I actually, I forgot that the ghoul minion was 3, but we were still well up, I think. We were at 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You know what? We didn't actually kill the ghoul minion, right? Because we got a -5. And we were at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we didn't actually kill it. So we'll say we did our last action was to Olive, the ghoul minion, since we had another action left. Hopefully this is successful and we don't get like retcon weirdness. Okay, curse, 0, and negative. Okay, so we could have taken the curse and the 0. Oh wait, if we do that, we have to draw another token. Okay, curse and the 0, draw another token. Is -2. Okay, so we would have passed then. These are all tokens that I drew. All right, that was the last action. It worked out. We got rid of a curse. It's even better. And this time we're not actually cheating. I always forget that +1. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. I believe we're at 3 Doom now. Did I add the Doom? Oh man, did I add the Doom already? Let's see. That came out. Then we had a round where we put the Doom. I think we should only be at 2 Doom. Help me out if I'm wrong here, chat. But I'm pretty sure we had 2 rounds with the ghoul minion. So that means we should be at 2 Doom because the first round would have 0 Doom. And the second round would have 1 Doom. And then we bring it 2 Doom. Yeah, so we're at 2 Doom. Okay. Try trouble for getting out of order. If I did it wrong, then we can call this, because in the last game I actually cheated myself around. So maybe we'll, do better. Okay, we get an Acolyte. Okay, which is a 3 fight, 1 health, 2 shroud, 2 evade, and after it enters play, you place 1 Doom on it. So this is a problem. I'm tempted to put it in the Arkham Woods because that's where Diana needs to go, and she could kill this pretty easily. The problem is we got this Relentless Dark Young that we got to deal with. Alternatively, we put it on the. I said the Arkham Woods. The up here. Alternatively, we put it up there and we go hit it, and we have that Inquiring Mind. She could be fighting at a 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we'll put it up there. If I had a shortcut, I could just shortcut Diana up to the Arkham Woods and she could kill it, but... Alright. At the beginning of the round, Amanda will draw. She gets an Unexpected Courage. So I think we put the Inquiring Mind under her. And then we go in and we just punch the Acolytes. Yeah. We'll put the Unexpected Courage under her for now, in case things go really weird. All right. So Diana's not like in super great shape versus this Restless Dark Young, right? It's a 5 fight, and she's at 1. She's at 5, 6, 7 versus 5 is not fantastic. All right. I don't think she can kill it, actually. Well, let's see what we can do. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm tempted to try and put out the Holy Rosary, but we're going to attack, committing Uncage the Soul. So we are at 7, 8, 9 versus 5, up by 4. All right. We get a -4. Yes, 5. Oh, wait, no, she's at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, counting is hard. But anyway, 10 versus 4, she does land the hit. That is a damage. Okay, number 2. This is a really bad enemy for Wither, I have to say. Eight versus 5, up by 3. We get an auto fail. Does that retaliate? It does not. And we get the Elder thing, which is the -7. Draw again, or if there's a man left the All right, that's -7. The Elder thing that reduces its fight, but it doesn't matter. Health. It's just gonna sit here and mess with Diana. So we just need to go. Maybe I need to just put the Vicious Blow under. Well, let's see. What can we do? Can we do enough hits? When we get more Vicious Blows, we can come in and Vicious Blow it. I think right now we just need for Amanda to go into the Arkham Woods and deal with that Acolyte. This could go very badly, but we'll see. Please don't be the Willpower Investigate one. All right, so this is the old hell. Funny, funny, funny. Okay, so we did get... We did get the Willpower Investigate one. Let's see. My images are not coming up right, so here it is. It's this one. 2 Shroud, 2 clues. This location is investigating using willpower instead of the skill indicated by the investigation attempt. So we might be able to beat that. We do have the 3 aces, so 2 of the 3 aces in our hand. We are going to punch the Acolyte, which is now engaged with us. This is all enemies get. It's a 4 fight. We need more tools for Amanda. Okay, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll commit this, the Inquiring Mind, to be 5, 6, 7 V3. We'll commit the Unrelenting to be 8 V3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 8v4. So we're up by 4. And we will take out the Elder thing. We'll take out the Cultist, because that would be... actually, if we get the Cultist, the 2 Doom would go on the Acolyte and we'd kill it, so that's okay. We'll do the -8 and the -6. Alright, so that puts us pretty good odds here. Amanda's problem is she has just not gotten her draw engine, none of her draw cards out. But I believe in her. I believe if we can just get our engine going, we'll be alright. Alright. She pulls the tablet, which is... that is -5. There's a monster in your location, take 1 damage from horror. There's not. -5, I believe we still beat it though, right? Because we were at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no. No. It's not, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8. -4. So we don't actually win. Sadness. Alright. Last action, we'll just try to punch at 2, 3, 4v4 at even. This could go very badly. I think instead we're going to draw a card taking a damage. So we'll take a damage and draw a card. And we will get haunted. Of course we are. Of course we are, because that was worth it. Alright. Enemy phase. She'll take another damage. And Diana will take 2 damage and a horror from the Relentless Dark Young. It heals its damage. She will deny existence. And on the, I guess, on the damage and take the horror. Not going well. Not going well. Really, what's gone wrong with this is just not... I should have maybe just stopped and drawn cards to get Amanda's engine going. Yeah. I also thought I was up by more against that Acolyte. Anyway, Diana will get another Deny Existence. And a resource. She's got lots of resources. She could Dynamite Blast. Interestingly enough. Okay, and then Amanda will get the Grizzly Totem, which we needed, but it's too late, I think. Now that she's got this Acolyte on her, and she's got Haunted. Alright, we are at 4 of 5 Doom. Diana will get a Ghoul Minion. And, yeah, it's just the standard 2/2/2. And we get another Acolyte for Amanda, which I don't think we can do anything about. There's no way to stop the Doom from going this time. Alright, so what do we do? Okay, Amanda will draw a card at the beginning. She gets Obscure Studies. Okay. So, that's certainly a card. She puts that under her. She evades. Yeah. I think Amanda, it will put the Obscure Studies under her. She's going to evade at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, that haunted is just gross. Can she handle more damage? All right. She is going to take an action to move here, taking a damage. She'll kill the last with the damage, and then she'll take 2 actions to clear haunted, which will give her a damage. All right. Diana is she going to do that? Yes. Diana is going to take an action to attack the acolyte. She's at 5, 6, 7 versus 4. She will commit the Scroll of Prophecies. She will commit. So she's 8v4. We want to be up by 5. Commit Drawn to the Flame to be 9v5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9v3. Attacking the acolyte. All right, we get a -1. Acolyte is dead. All right. Action 2, Diana will move to the Arkham Woods, taking attack of opportunity. We'll kill off Olive McBride. We will play Deny Existence on the two damage and take a horror. No, she'll on the horror take 2 damage. And then for her last action, she will attack this acolyte, committing Holy Rosary and the Dynamite Blast. She's at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4. Auto fail. It's unfortunate. I was hoping that I could keep it from advancing, but I cannot. All right. So Diana is defeated by all this stuff hitting her. But it's off the main path now. All right. And Amanda will draw Upkeep. She'll get a Vicious Blow. Finally, we get something that triggers Dream Enhancing Serum. She gets another card, which is 3 aces. She's got all copies of her 3 aces. Okay. And she gets a resource. She's at 5 resources. The agenda advances. I don't actually remember what happens when the agenda advances. So I guess let's go find out. This is the ritual begin. All right, so in player order, each investigator must test 6 willpower. Each investigator who fails must search the collection for random basic madness weakness and add it to his or her hand. Well, we are going to nope out of that. We are going to 3 aces this, which draws us 3 cards and get us 3 resources. So we get Unrelenting, Shortcut, and Mag Glass. And then we get 3 resources. All right. All right, then we get the new Agenda 3A, maintenance awaits. Okay. So when this it just tells us what to do when this agenda advances. We're going to spawn Umadoth. Good times. All right. All right. At the beginning of the round, she will pick up a deduction, which we can't commit to the willpower tests. Oh, how can she do willpower? That's a good question. So what are we putting under her now? Willpower or fight or combat? Do we keep trying to get the clues? If we can get an Inquiring Mind, it's probably doable. I think we put out the Grizzly Totem, the Dream Enhancing Serum, and then we move to the Willpower location. Yeah, and just kind of hang out there. I think that's good. So action 1. Oh, we have to put a card under her. For now, will be the shortcut. We do want that. Maybe the Unrelenting, actually. That's fine. Actually, the Mag Glass. Because we're not doing any investigating with intellect anyway. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, action 1 and 2 will spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to put down Dream Enhancing Serum and the Grizzly Totem. And then action 3, we're going to move into the Arkham Woods. And we're going to have to just get lucky with our investigates. All right, upkeep. She will draw Perception, totally useless. And a resource. Okay, we are at 1 of 5 doom. And she gets an encounter card, which is a Rotting Remains. Okay. Does she try to pass this? How much horror does she have? 0-7. She could just tank this. Because we really need those cards for something else. And we'd only be, I mean, the best we can do is commit Unrelenting to this. So, yeah, we're just going to tank it. We're at 2v3. Okay, we get a -1, so we fail only by 2, actually. Take 2 horror. Alright, that's probably okay. We draw a card, see what we put under her. It's going to be Whispers from the Deep. Yeah, I mean, we just, I think, just draw some cards. Action 1, we'll draw a card. We get Overpower. So we went to the wrong location. That makes me want to go move, and then we can put the Overpower under her and investigate that to get those 2 clues. So we'll do that. 1, 2, we'll go here. I don't know that she has actually enough actions to complete all of this, but we're going to try. All right, she takes a horror and shuffles her deck. I'm not a fan of True Solo, you know. At least we don't have to worry about Whispers from the Deep coming out later. She would have to be very speedy to actually complete everything here. Especially with enemies showing up in the main path. Gosh, having all those non-intellect investigate locations is just terrible. This scenario, man, it's rough. And that Wither versus the Wither, I think is pretty good generally, but against the Relentless Dark Young, man, that is not a good card versus that because Relentless Dark Young, because it just heals the damage. All right. So we get a card and a resource. We get Eureka, okay, which we can't use for combat. Would have been better at that last one. I shouldn't have moved. Okay, we're at 2 of 5 Doom, and we get the Wizard of the Order. So I think we have no. We'll put it at the Arkham Woods here, but we have no choice but to just wait and mess with and just prepare to go all in on trying to kill Umadoth. So that will be my plan. All right, we draw a card at the beginning of the round, or this guy gets a Doom. We get another shortcut. We have 2 shortcuts, so we'll Dream Enhancing Serum twice, draw 2 cards. We'll get Lab Assistant and Occult Lexicon. Oh, the Occult Lexicon is a good card for what we're doing. Okay, great. We have 2 shortcuts. Great. All right, we'll spend 2. To put out the Lab Assistant. Drawing 2 cards, we get Haunted and the Obscure Studies. All right. We are going to have to drop a card. Well, Haunted is in our threat area. Do we clear the Haunted now? I don't. I think we put the Occult Lexicon into play. It's going to be hard to get value of that. If we draw an enemy, that's what I'm worried about. Oh, we had to put a card underneath her. So what do we not care about right now that we could put underneath her? Put the Perception under her. We're not investigating. So, all right. So I think I already played the Lab Assistant, so I did things a little bit out of order. Did I get the Perception off of that? I know I had the Deduction in my hand, so we'll just put that. I don't know if that was true. Okay, so we will spend 2 resources to put the Occult Lexicon in my hand, which gets me copy of Bloodright, and then I shuffle 2 more in. And then we'll take a resource because we need a resource in order to play the Bloodrights. All right. We got 1 more round, and then the big bad shows up. I did not stall to fight him. I gave it my best. All right. That's all of her actions. We do want to clear this Haunted, I think. All right, upkeep. She will draw and gets another Lab Assistant. And she gets a resource. Good deal. Okay. We are at 4 of 5 Doom. And we will draw an encounter card. We get another Acolyte, which is just going to go up here and get a Doom, and can happily make Doom because we know that we're advancing no matter what. And then we get a Doom on the Wizard of the Order. All right, so I think we just Take 2 actions to clear Haunted. Oh, we gotta draw a card and put one under her. Promise of Power. We don't want Promise of Power under her. Yeah, we'll do the Perception this time. Put the Perception under her. So we take 2 actions to clear the Haunted, and then we move to the main path and get ready to fight. That's it. All right. 2 actions to clear Haunted. And then we move into the main path. And that's it. All right. Draw. We get another Promise of Power. Dream Hinting Serum twice. We get Inquiring Mind and Blood Right. I saw the next card, so I need to shuffle this. And I have to drop 1 card from my hand. It's hard to say which of those cards I don't want. I think I'm gonna go with the Eureka because it doesn't have a fight icon. I feel like all we're doing is fighting now. So, drop the Eureka. All right. We advance. All right. And so when this agenda advances, we can go back and look at that. This is Vengeance Awaits. So it does say when the agenda advances, if the investigators are Act 1, put the set-aside ritual site into play and spawn the set-aside Umadoth there. So it is here, the ritual site. Umadoth is there. I just realized we kind of don't want to go in there, do we? Anyway, let's take a look at him. Let's see. So he is a 5/6/6. He gets +4 health per investigator. So he's a 14 health. Yeah, he does 3 damage, 3 horror. And you can sacrifice Lita Chandler, but we don't have her. All right. This advances, and we get the Devourer below with some nice art. It replaces the current act and agenda with the Devourer below. If this card is both the current act and current agenda, if Umadoth is defeated, R2. So, all right. There we go. So we get the new act and agenda. It goes right there. Let's go. We don't care about Doom anymore. The one thing about moving into the ritual site is we will get another enemy. Can we fade 3 damage, 3 horror? We can do it once. We can't do it if there's another enemy. I hadn't thought about that. And the question is, can we actually do all the damage we need to in 1 turn? And the answer is we cannot. Oh, it also says, Umadoth also says, at the end of the investigator's turn, you ready him. So he will hit you. All right, well, either way, it's time to look at her cards. She's got an Unexpected Courage. So what I was thinking I would do is that I would go in and Vicious Blow him. Let's see, if I hit him with 2 Vicious Blows, I could do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's not enough. So the thing that's got me is when you go into the ritual site, it spawns an enemy, and that is a problem. I can tank 1 hit from Umadoth, So I think I want to move back out of here. And did I draw my card? Yeah, I did. Unexpected Courage. We'll just put the Unexpected Courage under her for now. And we'll go back to Arkham, the location we left. And then we'll come in next turn. And we'll prepare to tank the damage and horror hits from him. I mean, the thing is, if we get an enemy that does damage and horror, we could fade it once. We also could just kill it. No, I think we just wait a turn. Okay, so we'll move back to the Arkham Woods. I think we just get 2 resources. That way we can play the Blood Rites. Do some damage. Okay, he hunts here. Let's see. The snazzy artwork here. Okay, we do upkeep. Get a card. We get Perception. Not useful at all. We have to discard a card. It will be the Perception. And we get a resource. Okay, Doom goes on the agenda. And we draw an encounter card, which is going to be... This is not a good one. This is Umadoth Wrath. You test 5 willpower. For each point you fail by, you must either choose and discard a card from your hand or take 1 damage and 1 horror. Bummer. This could wipe her out pretty easily if we don't succeed. All right. So we're at 4 because of the Unexpected Courage. We can get to 5, 6, 7, 8 with the Promise of Power. We can kill the Lab Assistant, play a new Lab Assistant, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Putting in a curse token, we're testing at 8v5. We'll use a Grizzly Totem to be 9v5. Not great. We'll commit one of our shortcuts to be 10v5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10v5. All right. All right, 5, we pass. Awesome, -5, we pass. Okay, great. And so we do draw a card from the Grizzly Totem, which is an Inquiring Mind, which is actually completely useless. All right, we're going to put a Vicious Blow under her. And we are ready. Oh, we draw a card first, and then we put the Vicious Blow under her. We get a 3 aces. Huh. We would like to get some more 3 aces. All right. Which actually makes me want to use my Blood Rites instead of my Vicious Blow. I wonder if that makes sense then. Blood Rite. I'm saying that because I still haven't triggered the Dream Enhancing Serum. So I could use the Blood Rites to do a bunch of damage. And the next turn clobber him with the Vicious Blows. Yeah. Alright. So we will shortcut in. Oh, we still gotta put a card under her. We'll just put Obscure Studies. And then we'll shortcut in into the main path. And he is massive, so yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, we're gonna play Blood Rite. To draw 2 cards, we'll draw Eureka and Blood Right. So we can Dream Enhancing Serum twice. Because we have another Blood Right, we have Deduction, and Unexpected Courage. We're looking for the 3 aces, which we didn't get. We discard 2 cards and spend 2 resources. We'll discard a Deduction and an Inquiring Mind. Does 2 damage to Mr. Umadoth. All right. Second action, we'll play another Blood Right. Drawing 2 cards, we get 3 aces and an Unrelenting. And then we discard, we spend 2 more resources to discard, let's see, probably a Lab Assistant and another Inquiring Mind. Yep, that's good. That does 2 more damage to him, so he's up to 4 damage. And then we'll play another Blood Right. Drawing 2 cards, we'll get a Magnifying Glass, and I guess our last copy of 3 aces. Yep. All right. So. And we will discard the Magnifying Glass and an Unexpected Courage to... We'll actually keep the Unexpected Courage. And we'll just discard the Magnifying Glass and spend 1 resource to do 1 damage. All right. So now he whacks us for 3 damage and 3 horror. Do we care about losing our Lab Assistant? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we don't. We'll just lose the Lab Assistant. All right. So that's 1 damage, 2 horror. Then she takes 2 more damage and 1 horror from Umadoth. All right. And then upkeep. She will take a horror from cycling her deck. She's at 5 and 5 with 7 and 7. She's going to have to do quite a bit of damage. Let's see. Well, 9 damage to be precise. But I think she can. All right. Getting her weakness now would actually be like the worst. So we're not going to trigger Dream Enhancing Serum if we can, because we don't want to get her weakness. All right. Okay, Magnifying Glass. She has 1, 2. Let me organize these so I can count them, but I was pretty sure I wasn't going to drop a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, we're okay. Not that I care about the Magnifying Glass at all. And she gets a resource. All right, and to Doom, and we get a Ravenous Ghoul. There he is. So he's a 3/3/3, lowest remaining health, damage, and horror. Doesn't matter, because if we don't succeed here, we're going to die anyway. So let's kill Umadoth. Let's do this. Okay, drawing a card. Okay, if it was Obscure Studies, I was going to cry. But it's not. It is a shortcut. All right, we will put a Vicious Blow under her. Did I say Obscure Studies? I meant Whispers from the Deep. Whatever. All right, so we are attacking Umadoth. We are going to commit our other Vicious Blow and 3 aces. All right, so this does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, and she draws 3 cards and gets 3 resources. See, I did have all 3 copies of 3 aces. I did only show 2 of them. All right, so we get 3 cards. Haunted, Inquiring Mind, We'll Dream Enhancing Serum twice because we got the 2 Inquiring Minds, and we get a Blood Right and a Perception. And then we get 3 resources. And then we do 5 damage to him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We only have to do 4 more damage to him for him to be dead. So that was our first action. Second action, we will play the Blood Right we just drew. Drawing 2 cards. If we get another Blood Right, that actually is game. We did Deduction and an Unexpected Courage. Okay, so we did not get a Blood Right. But we'll spend 2 resources. We will discard Perception and Magnifying Glass. Actually, no, our 2 Inquiring Minds to do 2 damage to him. All right, we have to land 1 hit on him now with our last action. Okay, so we are swinging where our stats are. The Haunted brings us down to 1. So we are at 1, 2, 3. Okay. Commit the Unrelenting, Unexpected Courage, Promise of Power, Overpower. We'll use the Grizzly Totem. That gets us to 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You put a curse token in the bag. So we are at 12v5. So we'll pull out... Okay, we definitely need to pull out the Elder Thing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are up by 7. So we need to pull out... We don't care about the -6. We'll pull out the Elder Thing. The -8, if I can find it. And we'll go ahead and get the -6 because of curses. All right. Here we go. It's for all the marbles. Last action. I sealed these on the wrong card. They're sealed on Unrelenting here. The -6, the Elder Sign, and the -8. All right. I don't know if I can look. Let's see what it is. Maybe it's a curse and I'll have so much drama. -1. That is a dead Umadoth. He takes 3 damage. Let's count it up to make sure. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Wait. Was he already dead? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He was already dead. No, I put the 3 damage. No, he's dead now. All right. -1. He's dead. Yes, we get whatever it is. R3. R3. That's expert. It was not pretty. I really wanted to finish the ritual site, but I'll take a win that I can get it. Wow, that's all I can say. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. I'm still working out the kinks and all this stuff, but I had a good time. I was really looking forward to playing this scenario. Like I said, I wish I could have gotten to the ritual site. In test runs, 2 times that I ran this, I was able to clear the ritual site and get it done. But I think I should have spent more time just trying to get Amanda set up. And I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I think about Wither in this deck. I mean, in other places, it's done real well. It did real well in Midnight Masks. But man, that Restless Dark Young healing damage is really tough. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time on Winging It.